How to do Yoast plugin title tag edits. I've had a lot of questions from small business people on how to do this. A lot of times when I work in workshops with people, they're a little confused by this, so I want to show you once you're in your website, and that's what you're viewing here. This is just a basic WordPress website. It's a networking calendar with basically a calendar page and an about page, but it's pretty basic. But every website works very similarly. The first thing is you want to get the Yoast plugin in there. I would recommend the Yoast plugin for SEO. It's got a lot of features that are better than a lot of the other ones that I see, and we'll talk about that a little bit. But the most important thing today that we want to look at is editing your title tags, because a lot of people have trouble with that. Now, once you're in here, you want to make sure you do actually have the Yoast plugin set up, and you'll see the little Y, that's the logo with SEO and dashboard. That's what we're going to go to first thing. A lot of times the home page title tag is set up differently than the other pages. It depends on how your website is set up. But you may want to go to your company info page and put in the website name, because sometimes that's where your home page will show up. For here we call it the Monmouth County, New Jersey Networking, because we would like it to show up when people search for Monmouth County, New Jersey Networking. Keep in mind, your title tag is kind of like telling the search engines what this page is about. Now, in the past it was a little more valuable than it is now, but it's still highly valuable, because if you think of a filing cabinet, Google has billions and billions of web pages in it, and think of it as a giant file cabinet, and the title tag is that little tab that sticks up on the folder in the filing cabinet that kind of tells Google what is this page about, and it sort of gets you in the conversation, at least for the keywords that you're targeting. Now, if you go into your website, your pages section, which should be on pretty much any WordPress site, and go to all pages, it'll bring up all the pages on the site. Again, this is a very basic site. There's only a few pages on here. Your About Us, your Contact Us. We're going to go to the About Us page, and we're going to hit Edit. And you would do this on any page. You just hit Edit below the page, and it'll take you into the page. Now, at the top of the page is where they have the actual title of the page. Now, if this was a blog post, your title of your blog post is probably going to be keyword filled too. Now, for SEO purposes, About Us isn't a great title for a page, but that's not what we're necessarily worried about here. We're just trying to show you the functionality. If this was a blog post, you would be going to the post section and do all posts, and you can edit your post there. It works very similar to pages. It's just considered a post. But for your post, you might want to have a more keyword-rich name, or a name that invites people to click more, an informative type name. Now, whether it's a post or a page, if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll start to see the Yoast settings, the Yoast SEO settings. Now, before we do this, I just want to show you the current title tag for the About Us page is, you see this page open at the top? That's the tab. It says About Us, Monmouth County, New Jersey Networking. It's basically a formula. It takes the title of the page and then a dash and then the name of the site. And you saw how we called the site Monmouth County, New Jersey Networking. However, most of the time you're going to want to be more creative with your title tags in that, and you're going to edit them specifically. And that's what we're doing here. So if you go down here, you see this is your title tag. It shows the snippet, and if you want to edit it, it allows you to actually change it. So when you click on Edit Snippet, it shows you, this is sort of that formula. This is in code telling it what it should show up. And that's where you see that title. Title is the title of this page, and then the page. So it's saying title of the page, and then site name with a separator between it. The sep means dash, and then the site name is the site name we showed you before. So if you want to change that to something else, you simply type in whatever you want to change it to. It may be Monmouth County, New Jersey, networking calendar details. Now, for this, you'd want to make sure that you use keywords that are important. So if you have a site with a lot of service pages or product offering pages, which you should have a page for anything that you're trying to target in search. You would want to make sure that your page targets that. If you're a chiropractor or a health professional and you do different things, or say you're a dentist and you provide implants, you provide TMJ help, you provide braces, all of those services should have a page, and you want to target. And if you're a local dentist, you would want to put something like implants and then the town that you're in, because that'll help better target it toward the town that you're in and implants. But the important thing is here, this is where you edit it. Once you've set your new title tag in there, you see some of these other settings in here. you would simply update the page, and it should go into effect. Now, it takes a second to load, but once you see that it's load, you see it's stopped thinking up there. You see it's still thinking up there. Once you do that, you can actually go back to the page to make sure it took effect, go to the actual page, the About Us page on the site, and refresh it. And you'll see that the title tag changed. You saw it said About Us before. Now it says what we put in there, networking calendar details. So that's how you change that. Once you've done that, you're good to go with the title tag. There are a lot more settings that come into play here with the Yoast tool, but that's the most important thing that a lot of people have trouble with. Another important little piece that we might get into in another video is the meta robots index. A lot of sites these days are getting in trouble for having a lot of pages with thin content. This is the place where you can go and say, hey Google, don't index. If you set it on no index, it'll put code on the site telling Google don't look at this page. So if you find that you have a lot of thin content, which an SEO like me might be able to find for you, you can go in and start no indexing these pages that aren't as important. So it makes sure that Google focuses all of its attentions on the pages that are important and not on pages that have very little information on them. So that's just something to keep in mind. Now this page we actually want indexed, so we're not going to change that, but I just wanted to show where that could be done. So that's it for today's lesson. Just wanted to show you how to change a title tag. You've seen how it can be done. Now go and create some great title tags for your own site.